I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
On the court for the Pistons, they've got Drummond, Jody Meeks.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team... is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Morris a screen. Jackson kicks to Meeks. Drummond passes to Morris. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Jackson. He's got 10. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Boy, you got to love picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for 2.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He ended with 41 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you got a thoroughbred like him, I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Houston leading by 11. Tries a 3. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Harden with it. He's got 13. Passes it to Moniunas. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Ilyasova. Here's Mr. Clutch. The shot, no good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
Some solid defense there from Jackson. Over in the corner, Meeks. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Moniunas. No good from Mr. Clutch.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And stolen by Ilyasova. Outside Jackson. Morris a screen. And the foul called on Freak. Making a change here as well. Mr. Clutch, he's checked in for James Harden. And a different look here for the Pistons. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Drummond. Boozer comes in for Ilyasova. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Reggie Jackson. Jennings with the bucket.
Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Watson the pass to Mr. Clutch. Expanding his range, and the shot is good. Mr. Clutch has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Jennings dishes to Leonard. And oh, here we go with Brewer. Nobody back. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
For Detroit, they have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses earlier. Boozer hits them both. Rockets leading by 10.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
Montezumas with the steal. Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, and he just...
All right, Houston, coming out of the corner, your own.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Here's Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch, he's in at the point. Trevor Ariza out there with McDaniels. Then there's Howard. And it's Beverly in a shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Pistons trail by 15. Drummond a screen. Jennings drives in. It's stolen by Ariza. No good from Mr. Clutch. The Pistons shooting in this game 45%. Johnson in the corner for the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Jennings has got 5 assists in the game. 13 feet away and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. 37 points for Freak.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Morris a screen. The drive by Jackson. 13 feet away. Can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
A shot by McDaniels, no good. Pistons trail by 14. Left side Jackson. Here's Morris. Another shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Montezumas is checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Patrick Beverly, and then for Detroit, Ilyasova comes in for Johnson, and it's Jody Meeks in for Brandon Jennings.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
Jackson with it, now guarded by Mr. Clutch. Pass to Ilyasova. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Ilyasova's got it back down to single digits for the Pistons. Here's Mr. Clutch. Here's Howard, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
This is what this team is all about right here. They're forcing their way inside and having a lot of success. That's their identity. They're a pounded inside team, and that's what they're showing us.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our efforts. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thanks, Doris.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good on the three-point shot. Mr. Clutch has got 40 points.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jackson. 5 to shoot. Drummond passes to Morris. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Again, the miss by Jackson.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
No good for Mr. Clutch. Pistons trail by 17. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 5th foul.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Here's Jackson.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Again, the miss by Jackson.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Meeks outside. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Mr. Clutch, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Mr. Clutch has got 43 points.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive.
So we see the Rockets taking the win.
Yes, I'm here with James Harden.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan.
HBK, yeah, you know how we.
Hey guys, on 2K TV Interactive. And show off your 2K TV thanks submissions. Tune in now. Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K never before seen footage from with 2K TV Interactive.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Houston Rockets. The Rockets have to feel pretty good about their recent play. They've been on a tremendous run, and we're deep enough into the season now to know that it's no mirage. These guys definitely for real. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control, Ernie. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people. The barbecue chicken theory, Ernie. Get out of my way. I'm going to eat you.
Yeah, I mean, Freak might be one of my favorite players coming up.